The stories we tell ourselves about who we are, where we come from, and where we're going inform the way we perceive and shape the world around us. These stories give insight into what is sacred and what is profane, the mundane, everyday activities and the objects that surround us. The sacred and profane are bookends that guide how we act, what we reject, what we accept, and under conditions of stress, what we choose to protect. In the Pamir region of Tajikistan, the sacred is embedded in the ecological landscape. Called mazars, these sacred sites have been used, revered, and protected for centuries. Like a sanctuary, they are part of the landscape itself, and the rules that protect the sacred also protect critical environmental features that people rely on to survive. The one constant about these sites over millennia is that they have witnessed continuous socio-cultural and ecological change. This region has been the target of invasions from Arabia, China, Mongolia, and under Stalin was integrated into the centralized Soviet system. Despite these socio-cultural upheavals, sacred sites persist. Knowledge and protection of sacred sites has always fallen upon the shoulders of local khalifas, who are both religious advisors and stewards of their habitat. Rosh Kala Valley is home to a mazar that is currently under the care of Mubarak Kassam. He inherited the honor of its care from a long line of religious men. According to the narrative of this site, Imam Muhammad al-Baqir emerged from a cave inside this structure, leaving behind angels that visit every nightfall. For visitors who come to the mazar, the Khalifa and the village sacrifice sheep to give thanks to the Creator and to feed hungry travelers. The sacrifice is simultaneously an act of worship, charity, and hospitality. To ensure the angels can find their way back to the mazar, a fire has been lit in the mazar every day for centuries.
هر کدام بربرین توهم و بزرگتی کلام به حق دوازده امام از ما گناه هزاران نسو کرای فریبون بر دم پیر سید ناصر خسرو الله اکبر.
Respect for this mazar involves protection of its surroundings, its habitat.
این دوره یه دورو اصول چدوم بود قره اصول 37 نبی فیرن سروزه نقلیم ترسی کبل رایت رخ برو جتیم قشلوخین چای ترید سروزوز ماش بندم یلو ماش یاس بند که اما ماش امام زمان مالا پت نکنه نزدیک میتای چیزه نیو نكونت دايما يم برجوي ودن ستيور أتيام ما تاريخ عندنا ما يمكوب برو أودال مببير أودال يا شيبت أتصدق بوس خوص منس أتا أربخت قارك مي موم زمان تسو يا تأودال نخ انتيس مملكة فوق في الويس.
The Gund Valley is home to a mazar whose care has now become the custody of Akbar Shah. He is part of a new generation that has been handed down the responsibility of safekeeping this sacred place. As in Rosh Kala, entering the mazar involves active rituals to leave behind thoughts of the profane.
شجرة مباركة زيتونة لا شرقية ولا غربية يكاد ضيتها يضيء ولو
After praying, the Khalifa and the elders with him head to the spring, the sacred site. According to oral tradition, 1,000 years ago, the village of Gund was besieged by despair and disease. A Khalifa sought guidance near a cave. Again, the narrative describes the emergence of Imam Muhammad al-Baqir, who showed the villagers wonders that they had never seen before. Moved by the miracles, villagers began to heal. Imam Muhammad al-Baqir re-entered the cave and fresh water began to flow from this stream. The stories told about this mazar and the rules related to its conservation are central to survival. Keeping this water safe and accessible is a matter of life and death for the village.
Ja, oğlumuz ne vurdu? Na, yakta çocuklar da oğlumuz ne vurdu? Diyeceğiz ne vurdu? Şatı var, şarvıda opadan. Deryayı otaran. Ki çuhmamın sana verdiyden çaydan giysu. Çayınız?
Trochu vody gdzieś nawet fugat bagandage بود سالهای 85 نه دونو بود gdzieś سالهای 85 هم میکنده شد دوسته که یه مسوکمی است دوسته شد که نیم میچود شد می مالین امرو دوسته رمون شدت یه وسط درخت هورودی مالین دوسته که توزا مادری شرکی مالا اومدن شتون مزمون قتید نیادین برابر تاثیر اونو ماشی تقودت هم چون کنده چیزی است اقدام چون پشیر سبب رو خود چیز کنه توی خود زیتتا.
Stewardship of this mazar has protected the spring and forest around it. This forest is the only remaining glade of trees in the valley. The spring itself is safeguarded as a sacred and ecological treasure. The mazar continues to exist because people believe in it and therefore protect it. Langar is the sanctuary for a mazar that is under the care of Yodgor, whose family has been bestowed the honor of its maintenance. The mazar is home to the tomb of Shah Kambari of Tabi, a holy man who lived in the village over 10 centuries ago. To enter the mazar, Yodgor must first perform a number of rituals. He prays before he enters. He lights a fire to purify and rejuvenate. Women from the village enter and give an offering of bread and butter, basic elements of nourishment in the mountains, and food for the spirit. As Yodgor enters the inner chamber, he brings with him an offering of butter which he spreads over the horns of Marco Polo sheep, that guard and mark it as a sacred space. The butter also provides food to wildlife that participate in this ritual.
مهم است از یک لحاظ این یک تاریخ است، تاریخ خلق است، تاریخ دین است، تاریخ مذهب است، یک فرهنگ است. توسط همین مزارها و از جمله مزار حضرت شاه قمر آفتابی تمام مردم با همدیگر متحد میشوند. بله، مزار پر از تاریخ است، مزارها پر از اسرار هستند. مزارها در خود چیزها اشیاهایی دارند که در دیگر جایها آنها وجود داشته نمیتوانند. مثلا در خود داخل مزار حضرت شاه قمر آفتابی یک عرشه کهنسالی است که در داخل مزار وجود دارد و این بر این عرشه کهنسال در یگان جای بخوان این درخت عمر 1200 ساله دارد و این درخت با همون زمانی همینجا مقیم شدن حضرت شاه قمر آفتابی علاقه‌مند است و ممکن در نزد خانه‌اش این درخت را شنونده است. روز غلطیده است. خب اکنون ممکن به مردم عجایبی آمد که چرا این درخت‌ها اینجا پوسیدند، اینجا درخت‌ها خشک شدند و کسی آنها را به ترتیب نمی‌دارد. این رسم و عادت تعامل مردمی با خانه همین است که از مزار هیچ یک شوری خشک را به خانه‌شان همچون هیزم استفاده نمی‌برند. بله، هم مزار برای مردم مهم است و هم مردم برای مزار مهم است. زیرا اگر مزار خودش به مردم وجود داشته نمی‌تواند و مردم هم به مزار، آبادی مزار و آبادانی گرد اطراف مزار، نگهداری قسمت تاریخی مزار و عموما حدود مزار نیز از مردم وابستگی است و مردم هست که مزارها را نگاه می‌دارند، محفوظ می‌دارند، این تاریخ را گم نمی‌کنند. و باز مزار است که مردم را با هم دیگر متحد می‌سازد.
These sacred sites exist because of people's belief that they are significant to their lives. The narratives that explain the significance of these places has been passed down from generation and have adapted to meet the one historical constant: environmental, political, and socio-cultural change. The task of preserving these mazars and their ecological and spiritual meaning rests on the shoulders of these stewards and their communities. The survival and relevance of the narratives, and in turn these ecological places, depends on them.
الله أكبر